Senior Life Journeys presents Carol Howell's Let's Talk Dementia, a podcast designed to help caregivers find knowledge, power, hope, and smiles in their dementia caregiving journey. Welcome to Let's Talk Dementia. Here is your host, best-selling author, Carol Howell.
Welcome to Let's Talk Dementia. I'm Carol Howell, your host. And today, we're going to talk about being fat. Yes, we are. And we're going to talk about a few Bible verses and quotes that have come to my mind lately that reflect directly upon the situations in my life. And I thought, it might help you in your life too. I'm trying to adjust my lighting here and having a bit of a problem. Well, have you ever had someone tell you you're fat, or you look like you're pregnant? When is the baby due? Or, your hair just looks awful. Or, where did you get that pair of pants? Boy, they look bad on you. Something just so hurtful and so inappropriate. Well, I think we've all had that happen. And if you haven't, well then, yay for you. But if you're caregiving, hold on to those pants that you've got on that are too tight, because it's probably going to happen. Our folks with dementia are known for saying things that are inappropriate. And it's not necessarily that they're out to hurt you. They just say what comes to their mind. And if they think you look like you've put on a few pounds, then it's just going to come out. And it may not land on you, may not feel so good when they say it. But the question is, how are you going to respond to those statements that are inappropriate or hurtful or offensive in some way or the other? Well, you can be defensive. You can go, well, I might look fat, but I don't look as fat as you. Or my hair looks better than your hair. Or if you think these pants look bad, you should look at the mirror what you've got on. You could say that to anybody. And there's really nobody on the planet you can say that to that the end result's going to be good, is it? And it's certainly not with your folks with dementia. Now, if they don't have dementia and they say that to you, then you really do have to wonder what's going on in their world, that they think it's okay to say these inappropriate things. And you know what? We don't know what's going on in other people's world. We do good just to keep up with our own world, forget keeping everybody else's straight. So maybe, just maybe, we should ignore it from them. Maybe. Maybe we shouldn't, I'm not sure. I don't want to hear those words to have to discern what my response would be to my person who does not have dementia. But to my person who has dementia, you might want to go, you know what? You might be right. I should probably eat more celery instead of donuts. What do you think? And see what their response is. It would probably just cut the edge off, or the tension in the room might be lessened just by you agreeing. Yep, I'm looking a little fat. I should eat celery instead of donuts. And see what they say. And then you might say something like, what do you like on your celery? If you were to eat celery, what would you put on it? See what their response is. And if they don't have a good response, say, do you like peanut butter on celery? Have you ever tried putting peanut butter with raisins on your celery? Do you know what they call that? That's called ants on a log. If you have peanut butter on a piece of celery and you put raisins, isn't that neat? See, now we've taken the conversation from something that was offensive, something that made you feel not so good, or maybe even made you a little angry, to the universal language. And what have I told you is the universal language? It is not music. It is food. We all relate to it. And we use diversion therapy to do that. We took them from one point all the way to something different while still acknowledging what they said. It's hard to do sometimes, but it is something that I tell you over and over again, for various reasons in caregiving, there are things that you need to practice, and diversion therapy is one of them. Well, I'm going to tell you, in the last few days, I've had some emotions to deal with that I have not been enjoying. As you know, my mom passed May 31st, and I think about her every single day of my life. And there are days that I do it well, and there are days when it just gets a hold of me more than what I want it to. My friend Linda told me, let those feelings come, let them wash over you, and let them leave. And I've done well at that. But the last few days, I've not done so well letting them leave. I kind of came to the realization I'm no one's daughter. That's a weird feeling. Obviously, my whole life, I've been somebody's daughter. And I am not anyone's daughter right now. I am not my mama's caregiver. And I love being my mama's caregiver. There was never a thing that I did that Mama did not affirm, that I did not hear from her. Oh, Pookie, you've got this. You can do it. Have a good friend that I've recently met, Miss Shelby. And Shelby is 82 years old. She's only 1 year older than my mama. And she has a way of filling in sometimes on the emotions that I might would have gotten from Mama. And today she told me, kid, whatever it is you want to do, you just do it. You just make it work. See, and I just heard Mom in that. It made me feel good. But I wanted to read to you a quote from the Bible that I'm reading. I'm trying to think of the exact name of this gentleman. Took the Bible and he broke it up into a year, and it's Pray for America Bible. That's it. And so you have Old Testament, New Testament, Psalm, and Proverbs, but there is a little prayer at the beginning of each day. I want to read you what it was for yesterday, I believe. These are my Pepto-Bismol glasses. For you guys that are not seeing this but hearing it, the color on these glasses is awful. But anyway, here is the prayer, and it just really struck me. And I think it relates to caregiving too. Lord, you told your first followers to have courage because you were with them. Help us to soak in that message too, to feel it in our very bones. Remind us, you've got this. You're in control. It'll be okay. Amen. Oh my, does that not speak to caregiving? Yes, I think it does. And so, a while back, I was given a package of today's prayer cards. Can you see that with the light on it? And they're just little 4x6 cards that says today's prayer on one side. On the other side, it has today's prayer. This was yesterday's. God is within her. She will not fall. This was today. Faith can move mountains. It's kind of where I am in this journey. Feeling that I need bolstered up. And I know you do too. In your caregiving journey, you have days where you think you got it going on. And then days when you need bolstered up. You can do this. God's got you. Faith can move mountains. God is within her. She will not fall. You won't either. But I'm here for you. Email me, carol@letstalkdementia.org. We'll talk about what's going on in your world. Blessings and smiles.
Let's Talk Dementia would like to thank our sponsors, National Association of Veterans and Families. You can reach them at 800-352-2919, on the internet at www.navf.org. They speak veterans so you don't have to, and you tell them Carol sent you when you call to inquire about benefits for the veteran, the spouse of the veteran, or both. Editor Beth. You can find Miss Beth Crosby at editorbeth.com. She is amazing at looking at what you've written and making sure it represents you well. Find her at www.editorbeth.com. And HD Imports, located on Flint Street Extension in Rock Hill, South Carolina. That's York County. 803-985-0985. They are there for the repair and maintenance of your Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, Kia. Tell them Carol sent you.
Thanks for joining us today for Carol Howell's Let's Talk Dementia. To learn more about dementia, we recommend Carol's best-selling book, also titled Let's Talk Dementia. It's available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle versions. Be sure to like Let's Talk Dementia on Facebook and leave us a kind word of review on iTunes. Remember, knowledge brings power. Power brings hope. Hope brings smiles. And we all need more smiles. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll be right here when you come back to Let's Talk Dementia.